Until My Knuckles Bleed #1 by Victor Santos, published by Behemoth Comics. This was pretty interesting. It says issue 1, but it's called One Big Shot, so I don't know if it's a one-shot or if that's just a cool title for the first issue. It didn't really need more of the story after this. It seemed kind of like it shut, but it wasn't like this huge issue with this crazy sprawling story that made me feel like it needed more. But it didn't give me a lot either. When I saw the cover, one, I thought it was going to be in color, but it was actually all black and white. Kind of reminded me of like Samurai Jack if you took all the saturation out. And two, I thought because there was so many cool characters, it was going to go a little more in depth on those characters, but it really just focused on one dude. Our main character's name is Damager. He's like this big, strong white dude, and he's currently in therapy, clearly after the time he spent on his superhero team. And of course, because he's in therapy, the therapist is kind of prodding him, making him give a little history, tell a story, kind of why he got in there in the first place. So he decides to retell this mission, sort of the last mission he had that kind of put him in the spot he's in now. And even though they're a group of superheroes, it goes along the lines of more of like a failed team, kind of like the Losers or Hellboy, where like they're sent on this mission but everything is going wrong. They're being tricked by the people in charge. People are dying, the team's falling apart, nothing's working right for them. But essentially the Damager and his team go to this foreign country because they're told by their leader that's where something important is. And as they fight the resistance in this country, they realize they might be the bad guys. One of their team members is killed. The Damager rips open this tank and realizes there's like 3 little kids piloting this tank, which they found after their parents have died, and they've taken up arms to stop these people from invading their country. And they find out the whole reason they're here is because there's like a boogeyman-esque character buried under their town, which they excavate and find. The character's name is Malevolent, and he's the only character in the world with actual superpowers from magic instead of like surgery or some amplification. And after that, because some of the team is upset, some of them is dead, they kind of disband, and it goes back to the guy in therapy being like, yeah, you know, not my best story, but it's why I'm here. And that's it. That's all we get. I don't know if there's more after this. I'm not going to be rushing to find issue 2 or volume 1. It was a solid story. At first, I didn't like that it was in black and white, but because of how edgy and sort of visceral it was, I really like that art style. And the art itself is really crispy. Super sharp lines, very detailed. The contrast of the black and white gives cool dimensions to it. If you like sort of irreverent action tales, this is probably a good one to check out. Thought it was pretty solid, but like I said, not going to be rushing to the next portion of the story.